What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of WrestlePoint. So we have a pretty stacked show for you guys tonight. Or today, but so we're actually going to start doing things a little bit differently. Oh, it just told me. I just got the recording message. But
Me
anyway,
too.
so we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. So obviously, today's Tuesday. We had Raw last night. So instead of going segment for segment with Raw, and this is going to be just kind of how we do the show from now on. Instead of going segment for segment, because there's so much stuff that happens on all four shows that we review that just doesn't matter, and we spend way too much time on those kinds of things. We're just gonna we're each gonna pick one high and one low, or one winner and one loser of the night, if you will. So that'll probably be about 10-15 minutes. Knowing us, we'll probably stretch to 20, and then we're gonna end with another one of our fantasy draft segments. So last week we each drafted our perfect male wrestler. Today we're going to be doing the same thing, except it's going to be our perfect female wrestler. So without further ado, does anyone want to get started with a winner or loser from Monday Night Raw?
I'll give mine
I
up.
think Dom should go winner first because you're so confident in it. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, this one's easy. It's T-Bar.
Okay,
Right?
explain.
Okay. First of all, T-Bar is in a feud with the what's he called? The main champion, the mid-card champion. He was on a tag team with who God's knows. What's his tag team partner's name? I don't even
Mace.
Mace. And they were jobbing to jobber tag teams. And now he's in a it doesn't matter how it will go because he's getting recognition. And you might say, oh, winners and losers about how well they do on the show, right? I think it's also about how much airtime the growth. And in terms of growth for a performer and in terms of screen time, T-Bar is the one that stands out for me the most. So that's my winner for.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a different criteria than what I was doing. Because obviously he lost his match, but
Yeah,
that's a cool. No, that's I agree with the way you're looking at it. He went from a jobber joke tag team, and now he's actually in a pretty meaningful mid-card feud right now. So
exactly.
yeah, I like it.
So
He's
I think
he's obviously a really talented guy.
The only
So
thing
he deserves it.
only thing I'll say about T-Bar is that like I don't know if this is gonna even because at the end of the match it really seemed like that was it for the feud.
But for today, at least.
But for this Raw, so my winner, I'll go to my winner. My winner is Austin Theory.
Took mine.
I didn't want to go to the original. I had two options actually, to either this guy or someone else. I didn't want to go to original. Just the stupid main eventers and stuff like that. But Austin Theory is really showing me something. They're doing a lot more with him than the last time they called him up, and so I love Austin Theory's matches. Everything I've seen is great. Ray can still go in the ring. They had an awesome match. I'd love to see it again with not a funky finish, but other than that, and the finish I didn't really even bother me that much. So Austin Theory is my winner.
And so, yeah, that was Austin Theory was going to be my winner because I thought that everything that happened in that match was, I think, perfect for him. Even if it's going to be a DQ, I think that was a great way for him to get a DQ, because that's the type of heel he is, where he'll walk around saying I would have won the match anyway, even though he had lost. So he was my winner, but I picked a new one. For me, my winner is us, the viewers, because Veer is coming.
Oh God!
I'm kidding. But it is awesome. The Veer is coming. I think my other winner is probably I'm between Becky Lynch and Finn Balor. I'm just gonna say Becky because Finn. I didn't like the finish to that match. I think it's cool that you can hook a guy's legs after he gives you a superplex, but you're kind of no selling a superplex, which is ridiculous. So I'm going with Becky Lynch because
they've been no-selling superplexes for years now.
Yeah.
Especially the one who gives it, at least.
Yeah. So my winner is Becky Lynch. She's just, when she's been one-on-one with Bianca Belair, she always comes out on top. It's nuts, and there's not much more for me to say except
twice. It's only been twice they've been one-on-one, right?
But not just in matches, but I feel like even when they're having segments, I feel like she always comes out. Not always. I think Bianca's stood tall on her once, but I feel like Becky's always standing tall on her. So there's not much more for me to say there, because my loser of the night, I was going to say Bianca. I was. Are we not going back the other way?
Let's go reverse. No, let's go reverse.
Fine. If you guys take
Actually-
one of them, then I'm up.
So
I'm gonna stick to mine.
I was gonna say Bianca, but I'm actually gonna change it because there was a much bigger loser tonight, and it was the entire women's tag team division. It's a fucking joke.
That was,
They had another before tonight. The last time they hadn't had a match in like a month. They just keep showing up in these random backstage segments to say like one thing, just to remind everybody that they exist, and then they get into a feud with. Not even a feud. They get a match with Zelina and Carmella, who both suck, and the match happened because they hurt Nikki's feelings by saying her mask looks stupid, which it does. And then they lost. The women's tag team champions, even though it was dirty, they lost to Zelina Vega and Carmella. How weak can you make your... Is it just a thing now that when you win the women's tag team belts, you're never going to win a match again?
You get weaker.
The women's tag team champions always lose. It's
Well,
crazy. It's a joke.
there was Sasha and Bailey at once upon a time.
Yeah, ever since Italian to me, at least.
I feel like this is a new generation, basically. I feel like the new generation of the women's tag teams. So my loser is this is a complex loser here. My loser is the next 5 weeks of Damian Priest TV because we're gonna see Apollo Crews versus Damian Priest. And Damian Priest was one of my winners coming out of tonight, but immediately set back down when we have Apollo. The guy that's lost probably 15 straight matches is getting another shot, which is ridiculous. I guess you have to do something for until like the next pay-per-view or something, but like I would rather 19,000 other superstars than Apollo Crews get a United States Championship match.
I completely agree with that. I think because Damian Priest, he is a mid-card champion, but he's been treated like a pretty big deal. And he's been in some pretty meaningful feuds, and this does feel like Apollo Crews feels like a massive step back.
Yeah. So.
All right. Like I said, I'm not gonna change my loser pick. It's Rhea Ripley for me. Look at Rhea Ripley. She was the NXT champion with Charlotte at WrestleMania, right? I think Rhea Ripley is a top women's champion in my opinion. You can look at it. She is over. She already showed it as champion. She knows how to put on good matches, and now she's stuck with Nikki, Selena, and Carmella. That's a pretty
beautiful woman in WWE.
That's a pretty big L to me.
And the worst wrestler.
And today it pretty much showed it. So nothing else to say about that.
Yeah, I'd like to say like an honorable mention loser. I think Bianca Belair came out, even though again that they gave her an out with the turnbuckle pad, but it's just been when's the last time that she left a show looking good?
I read this or watched something about Bianca Belair has not won a match by pinfall since the fatal 4-way for the number one contender for the SmackDown. Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, and I hated the way they started the show. I feel like the more you mention SummerSlam, like if I'm still trying to push Bianca Belair, I'm probably trying to make people forget that SummerSlam happened because she lost in 26 seconds. But they keep mentioning it, and yeah, it's just overall not a good look for Bianca Belair.
I agree.
Bianca has after she won that fatal 4-way, I think she lost. She like DQ won against Charlotte, lost to Sasha, no decision against Charlotte, lost to Crown Jewel, and then lost tonight.
Even though she didn't get pinned, she still technically lost.
Still lost.
And that fatal 4-way, the only competition she had was Liv Morgan.
And then also when they were in Knox County, her hometown, they had her homecoming show, and Becky reversed her finish and then left her laying in the middle of the ring in her hometown.
I hate that shit. That is so dumb. I hate when WWE does that in general.
Yeah, she's just. I mean, I doubt their feud is over, but her arrow is pointing way down right now. I think
the feud might be over for a little while because they don't want it to get like.
They don't want to get stale.
Because they did tease Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch, which.
Yeah.
I'm all for.
And they do kind of have to start not just with the women's division, but the show in general. They do kind of start. Don't they need to kind of start building their SummerSlam? I mean, not SummerSlam. Their Survivor Series feuds.
Well, the thing is, that's
well,
what I got from this Raw because there's nothing mentioned, and Survivor Series is 19 days away now.
I think they're just gonna be like, oh, your team Raw. I don't feel like they're building. They're not having to build something like an actual pay-per-view card. They just pick some people from Raw, stick them together. Hey, you guys, Team Raw. Same with the women, same with the tag team, and just put them on the card. It's pretty easy booking, honestly. So I don't think they have to mainly focus.
Yeah,
on
but
that.
still, they usually have like Roman would be on Raw for like a couple weeks, and then
Well,
like,
who knows?
It's usually it usually is at least mentioned. Like Damian Priest will be fighting Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion, at Survivor Series. It usually would have been mentioned.
But
there's
they still have 19 days. That's like 2 weeks. There's still like 5 shows. I feel like this should be able to be fine.
5 shows.
Yeah, it's 5 shows. 3
Isn't it?
SmackDowns and 2 Raws. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 SmackDowns.
I'm just there's usually at least one title change before the actual Survivor Series.
Yeah, which if I had to bet, I would bet we have a different Intercontinental Champion going into Survivor Series.
I would bet so too, because they won. It's not like the Corbin's losing against them. They beat them last week in a tag team match, so I can see Corbin being the Intercontinental
Either
Champion.
Corbin or Boogs is gonna have it. If Boogs turns heel.
I'm not in that time.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. That's
What if
Nakamura
Nakamura just gives it to Boogs? Like, hey,
hey, fight my battle.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's gonna be Corbin, and then if it is Corbin, who wins between Happy Corbin and Priest?
Yeah,
That'd be. I mean, that's.
100%.
I'll say that.
I only asked because that's a pretty shitty way to you just get the Intercontinental Championship, which I would guess would happen probably on the go home or maybe the week before the go home, and probably
the way
his
they're
first
already
match is
handling
losing.
the way they're already
Daniel Bryan did the same thing. He won it on the go home and lost.
Yeah, that's what they did
that was
a
with
lot.
Brock.
Actually.
He lost to Brock.
They did it with AJ as well.
Yeah, but again, they're losing to Brock.
But
still.
I'm gonna say this might be a hot take or what. Damian Priest is the second most protected champion in WWE. I think he looks stronger than Becky right now, currently.
I don't know.
The way he's booked, the way Damian Priest has been booked, he's held it for quite a long time. He's been very much.
Well, that's not fair to say because Nakamura has held it for a long time too. I think he had it longer.
He's not protected though. He's never been protected.
But you can't just base it off of how long they held
But
it.
he's also defended the title like 5 times.
Big E has 2. He has like 3 times already.
I think it goes Roman, Damian Priest, because Damian Priest. I don't know. I
disagree, but I
really like the way they booked Damian Priest.
No, they booked him well, but I'm just saying I don't think they protect him more than Big E because he had.
I think isn't Damian Priest undefeated?
I don't know about that.
Unless he lost to the Miz.
I want to say he actually might have lost a match.
Well, other than that,
when he was feuding with Morrison and Miz. I think he might have lost it once.
Maybe I don't remember.
All right. So I think that's our ups and downs. I don't want to call it up and downs because we're gonna
winners and losers for Raw. I think overall, if we can just quickly overall thoughts on the show. Raw is always going to have problems because it's Raw and there's a bunch of they have 3 hours to fill and they only have, I would say, an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of use of people they can use. So there's always going to be like an hour of trash, but. And I skipped a lot of the show. And with the new direction we're going with how we're doing the reviews, I feel no need to watch, the 24/7 championship. I'm sure that was the same thing that it always is. I have no reason to watch, even though I ended up watching Zelina Vega and Carmella, I have no reason to ever watch them. So, I came out thinking it was a pretty good episode, but I also only watched stuff that I knew I would like.
I watched the most this week just because, I go on Twitter a lot, so I don't see spoilers anyway, so I'd just rather watch it if I can. I think this is a show that had more positives than negatives. It seems like since the draft or since this whole AEW war has started again, Raw has been consistently making sure they have at least 1 or 2 good matches on the show. And I like Dirty Dogs were really impressive to me this week.
Yeah, because Bobby Roode's really good. And way better than Riddle.
And Dolph Ziggler.
I was gonna actually. That's another thing. I was gonna watch it, but then Riddle was on commentary, so I figured I would have to watch it on mute. But I didn't want to do that, so I skipped it.
Did a crazy DDT or something. It was actually sick.
They have a new theme song too. That's a big loser. Right there. Okay,
Team
go.
Road,
Awful theme song.
They've done that a lot, but Bianca versus Becky was a great match. Kevin versus Big E was good. Finn versus Gable was good. I mean, there's a lot of good matches to that. So it seems like they're trying to get their, because they have the guys that can work. So they're saying, hey, let's go. We know where we're going. We know where we want the finish to go. Just entertain us while we do it instead of doing the short little matches.
Yeah, for me, it was a good well-around show. They've definitely improved from a month ago, since Raw was unbearable to watch. Like I know all three of us hated each other, ourselves.
We still hate each other, but
we still hate each other, and we hated ourselves, included having to watch it. Now it's more we can what's the word? We can tolerate it a bit more. Tolerate it. So yeah.
Yeah, so that was Monday Night Raw, and this is how we're going to be doing Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and Rampage from now on. Just highlights and lowlights. We're not going to go through everything because we want to start focusing our time a little more on, first of all, the things that we enjoy doing more, which is the the fantasy booking and the drafts and all. But we have a bunch of ideas for extra content we want to do, and we also just think it's going to be more entertaining for you guys to listen to. So without further ado, now we're going to get into our next fantasy draft, which is going to be I'll remind you guys again of our criteria. We have drawing power, connection with fans, wrestling IQ, look, high flying ability, technical ability, and mic skills. We're going to have a snake style draft. We're going to each pick one person. This is going to be female wrestlers. So we're going to pick one woman for each category. Only caveat is once a woman is picked, she can't get picked again. If I pick Nia Jax for high flying ability, Cody cannot pick Nia Jax for drawing power. And so let's get the draft order here. So actually, I did make the first pick, but I haven't looked at it. I actually wanted to wait until we're live.
Let me do that, and then I'll go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, so first pick.
Break live.
All right, so I got the first pick.
Okay.
So let me get my name off here.
I didn't want the first pick.
I kind of wanted the first pick.
Look how it turned out for Cody.
And then second pick is Dom. And then Cody's gonna be third.
All right, let me go to the bathroom real quick.
All right.
I'm very nervous for this because I really didn't prepare at all. And there's I know who I want in certain spots, but it really depends on the first two picks.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna write in my first pick, and I'll wait till Dom gets back. I'm just gonna write in my first pick, so I know exactly who I'm getting and exactly where I'm taking her.
Yeah, see, I'm glad I didn't get first. I might have rather had something second or then third.
Second's honestly a really great pick. But yeah, so while Dom's in the bathroom, we can just kind of explain that this is going to be a lot more difficult than the male draft, just because women's wrestling, it boomed a little bit in the 80s and then was just dormant for the longest time until very recently. So, I think we all had to do a little bit more research than we did for the male draft. But having said that,
I didn't do research, but in the 80s, I don't know if we were women in the 80s, so it's hard for me to let me ask, can we pick Miss Elizabeth? She didn't really wrestle, did she?
She didn't wrestle. I wouldn't count her since she never wrestled.
All right, Dom, you can't pick.
This is why it benefits to be a student of wrestling history like me, because I know a lot. I know a lot of women's wrestlers from.
What?
I can't pick Vicky Guerrero. Is that what you just said?
Or no, Miss Elizabeth, because she never really wrestled.
Because Vicky Guerrero would be an easy mic for me.
I don't know if you can pick Vicky either. She's not a wrestler.
I know this one. Well, she wrestled at WrestleMania and she got the pin, so I'm not picking her. I'm not cutting her.
So all right, so now that Dom's back and get into it. So my first pick. This was I wanted first pick just to lock her up. You can put this woman in almost any of these categories, and she's the best. So I'm putting her in wrestling IQ. And okay, so I'm going to preface this. So we get into a lot of debates here. Last week we had a debate about the drawing power of Andre versus Hulk Hogan. And what do we always say? We say that's debatable. When Dom says the New Day is a top 5 faction of all time, we say that's debatable. This is not debatable. If I do not get both of your votes for wrestling IQ, then you guys are just wrong.
Who is it?
Manami Toyota, Wrestling IQ.
I don't know who that is. So
Greatest women's wrestler.
You know,
of
I
all
know,
time.
I
That's all you
know
need
who
to
that
know.
is. So I'll give
Greatest
you the
women's
first.
wrestler of all time.
I
All
have
you
no
need to know
idea
about
who
her.
that is.
She's
the best at everything.
She drew out like I give
she
Becky a
was
pick.
the best at everything.
But you
I guess
know,
you can take
Eric,
it word for word,
but the thing about it, Eric, is and I thought about this well too, because I thought of all these names and I'm like, and I recognized that last week or last time we did this, I'm like, it doesn't matter if they're good or bad, because it's if it's either if Cody or if Cody or Eric knows them, then because you guys are gonna pick them. So I'm happy I got this. I think this is a no. Is this a no-brainer? Maybe, but I'm gonna do this. I'm picking Connection again first because I think there's a big no-brainer, and that's Becky Lynch for me.
Solid.
No Britt Baker for Connection? Oh,
I mean,
interesting.
Britt Baker hasn't main evented WrestleMania yet, so.
Very true. All right, I get to go.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna go technical. I think we all know where I'm going for first. I'm
Yeah,
going
go for
Sasha
it.
Banks for technical
That's a
wrestler.
good pick, yeah.
And now, like, I'm very nervous because I could go so many ways here. I'm gonna go high flying because I don't think there's many to choose from. I'm going
Really?
Lita. I'm going Lita.
I like that. I like that.
There's a lot. I feel like I put a lot of them for high flying for me.
I'm just not like well versed in like super like I don't know. Lita's stuck into my mind as a high flyer. So if I couldn't get her there, I really didn't know where I was going.
All right. Well, this one fell on my hand, and it's kind of hard not to pick her, especially because I don't know many technical female wrestlers. So I'm gonna pick Charlotte for technical wrestlers.
Okay.
I mean,
Horsewomen are going quick.
I think Charlotte could have went into a variety of different categories.
Oh yeah, I think all.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I have another pick that should win me a category, but you guys don't know. You guys aren't going to know who she is. But that's the other thing is you guys won't know who she is, so I could probably save her for later. No, I got back-to-back picks. So I was figuring out. I'm thinking between drawing power and connection, but no, I'm going to go drawing power. And again, hold on. Let me write the name in really quick, just so I don't. This isn't close.
I mean, yeah, to you it's not close, but
in general, this is not close.
Oh,
so wrestling. Obviously, we all know that wrestling boomed in the 80s because of guys like Andre the Giant, because of Hulk Hogan, and Randy Savage. But there was a boom in women's wrestling too because of literally one woman.
Oh, I know who he's picking.
Was so over. Fabulous Moolah. I'm not picking Fabulous Moolah, but she held the women's championship for 25 years. The woman no, we're talking about the woman that beat her was over like $1 million fucking in the 80s. Biggest, I would say, and anything you read, she's a top 3 draw in women's wrestling history. Behind the people that she'll be behind are Manami Toyota and the Fabulous Moolah. But I'm going
Becky Lynch.
No, better draw than Becky Lynch. Not even close. Wendy Richter.
Okay, that's a good pick because Wendy Richter is pretty good. What do you mean you don't know Cody? You don't know who Wendy Richter is? Oh my god,
I've never heard that name before.
What?
See, here's the thing. I've made 2 bulletproof picks, but I'm not going to get Cody's vote because he's never heard of them.
I definitely know who Wendy Richter is. Even I know that.
You have another one, right, Eric?
Oh yeah, I get back to that.
And you picked it for draw?
Yeah, I picked her for draw.
Okay.
So where do I want to go next?
I'm really hoping one of these people. I have one in my head that I saved.
Dude, draw is like I have 3 women on draw and they're looking. Ooh, I'm excited.
This is tough now. This is really tough now.
Wendy Richter for draw.
I think I'm gonna go to connection.
What are you gonna pick for connection?
And I'm gonna go because my top 2 were for connection. My Wendy Richter was my top for drawing power and connection. I can't pick her for connection, obviously. My number 2 for connection was Becky Lynch. Can't pick her. I'm between 2 people. I'm just gonna go with who was the bigger name. This is probably before the 4 horsewomen came into the picture. Probably the biggest name in female wrestling of the 21st century. I'm gonna go with the connection of Trish Stratus.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. This is
Trish
a good bargain one, Cody.
Trish used to be my favorite until Sasha Banks. So
That's me, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
I have two
Okay.
picks in mind, Dom. Don't take the name, please.
Okay, so I picked Charlotte for technical wrestling and Becky Lynch for connection. Still have high flying. High flying looks very open to me. There's still a lot of wrestlers I have put on that list that are gonna be available. So I don't have to worry about that. Look is easy. Nobody's gonna the look I'm picking. Look is easy, so I don't have to worry about that. Connection I picked. IQ is difficult. Same and draw. The draw. I'm gonna give my way on that. So I'm gonna go with Mike, and I'm gonna go with Bailey on Mike.
Oh, okay, nice.
All right.
So the horsewomen are gone.
Yes.
Bailey on
And
Mike. I mean, I don't have to even say anything more. She's the first one who has her own talk show, women's talk show. I mean, enough said.
I'm sure that's not
And
true.
Dama. And for the
mean, who
record,
else
Dom's first three picks were all horsewomen.
I mean, who else? Who else?
Talk about recency bias.
It's not
All
recency
right,
bias.
so,
Bailey's great on the mic,
Actually,
and you know it.
you mentioned recency bias. I'm picking someone for drawing that's very recent.
Fine.
They don't wrestle right now. I'm
Okay.
picking Ronda Rousey.
The drawing. That's yeah. That was on my list, and that's okay.
I was taking her for look.
I can take that hit for look.
Yeah.
It looks scary.
I have one in mind for look, but I don't think I'm gonna get them. I'm going Mike skills here. There's a lot of good people that have been taken.
If you take my mic skills, I'll be pissed.
I probably won't. I'm going with this person's not in the business anymore. I'm going with AJ Lee for Mike skills.
Oh,
Okay. I had it for connection.
You have to think
that's so weird.
AJ was very good on the mic.
She was. I had it for connection.
No, that's actually so weird because for all the when I was making my list, I completely forgot about AJ Lee. She was on.
Forgot about AJ Lee. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She carried the women's division for a while.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest here.
All right, so Dom, now you go.
Okay.
I'm very nervous for these. I have look connection wrestling IQ, and I have no idea who I'm picking.
Okay.
I have one idea for look.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick IQ. Mainly because my pick for draw is still gonna be there because you guys picked draws, and do I want to spoil my pick? No, but if you know, you know, these two women draw a lot. But IQ wise, 4 horsewomen are gone. I'm gonna have to pick a veteran. It's not Natalia. It's Gail Kim. If you know, you know.
Oh, you fucking asshole! You fucking.
Wait,
oh my god!
You thought I was gonna forget about Gail Kim?
What are you picking her for?
IQ.
Okay.
I mean, she
was my ace in the hole.
veteran. She
was my ace in the hole for this whole thing.
Gail Kim. Dude, I could not forget about Gail Kim.
Wow, that fucks up my entire game plan. I was about to pick her.
Damn, Cody.
I was gonna pick her for either technical or high flying. And now
She's a legend. She's the best women's wrestler of TNA.
She's so good.
I'm not gonna forget about that. Honestly, you can pick Sexy Star.
Diana Perez is making a case.
I mean, but it's gonna take a while because Gail Kim was on top for years.
Yeah.
And that's what the WWE and got jobbed out.
I mean, that was awful because I don't even.
All right, my turn. So wow, I am dumbfounded at the current moment.
God, you got them all flustered, Dom.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm not good at predictions. I'm good at
so
this.
Let me look at what you guys haven't picked. So look, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna save my mic skills for last. I don't actually know. Wait, Dom said he has somebody that he's thinking of for drawing power, and
I have two. I have two drawing power, and I know those two. And I don't know
who.
And those two women.
I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna make the same mistake I made with Gail Kim and wait. So I'm just gonna go mic skills. And again, I should win this category because this is probably the most hated woman in wrestling history because she is so good on the mic and she's so good at making you hate her. We're gonna go with the mic skills of Stephanie McMahon.
That's very good. Very good pick. She's
Is
a
that a-
wrestler. She has wrestled many. She's
Okay.
a women's champion. She's a women's
Okay,
champion.
I'll give you that one. See, I didn't even categorize her as a wrestler, so that's why.
No, I was thinking Stephanie for one of the categories, but I dislike her so much that
that's a good ass pick.
What like
So now,
no, but wait, you say people dislike her. People don't really dislike her for her mic skills. I feel like people dislike her because she puts herself in the situation to be like,
regardless, she's insanely good on the mic.
She's good.
She is.
She's not the best of all time though. I don't even know who's the best of all time on mic.
And now this is just
we're
deep in the shit. We're deep in the shithole right now because I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna go with look because I have a pick for look.
I hate that Cody picked leader for high flying. I hate that.
I'm between two modern wrestlers. They both have I'm doing a different criteria than I did for the men. And I'm gonna do more of a functional, like ass kicking look. So like I'm not picking like Awesome Kong. I'm not picking like China. I'm just gonna go with like
good for a look. What are you talking about?
Well, because then you gotta go high. Yeah, I was thinking about doing China for look and then just give her the high flying of Tamina, just so it's like she just does a fucking superfly splash. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with a more functional look, and I'm between two people. One of them's in NXT, one of them's on Raw. You know what? No, we're gonna go to NXT. We're gonna go with the look, and we're gonna go Raquel Gonzalez.
Okay, go.
Look.
Not where I would have went there, but I understand it.
I was between Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley.
All right, wait. I need to update my look.
So now I need high flying technical.
Okay, technical. There's a really good technical wrestler.
Yeah, I think I know who I'm going to go for technical. But high flying.
You already mentioned them, so okay. High flying, look, and draw. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get the draw out the way. Actually, no, because Cody's never gonna pick this person for draw. Even if I would tell him right now, he's not gonna pick them. So I'm gonna pick high flying. I'm looking at 4 names. I'm looking at Holly Molly. I'm looking at Kairi Sane. I'm looking at Alexa Bliss, and I'm looking at Io Shirai. All good names. I don't know if any of them would be higher than Lita, to be honest. Because Lita's the Kobe and everyone else is the, I don't know.
The dark.
You know what? I'm gonna pick Kairi Sane because insane elbow. That elbow is.
I love the elbow.
The elbow is high flying as its best. So Kairi Sane.
All right. I have look, connection, wrestling IQ left. I'm going connection, and I'm gonna go Britt Baker.
Okay, that's a good bargain.
She is very she's a heel right now, but she gets cheered like a baby face. It's ridiculous. And people only care about the women's division in AEW because of Britt Baker.
Yep.
And I'm wrestling IQ. I'm going Natalya.
Yep.
I like that.
Not bad picks. Natalya was somebody I have on the list, but I was like, Natalya or Gail Kim?
Natalya's a wrestling IQ person that you were like, they're good at most of the stuff, but like they're not like, I wouldn't say like Natalya would be a good pick for technical wrestler, but at the same time, I feel like I have a better pick than her. So.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think she's not a bad pick for a lot of things, but she's not the best pick for anything. If that makes sense. Yeah.
So I only have look left, so you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick draw, and I'm looking at either China, because you can, or Sable. I don't know if you guys forget about Sable, but Sable.
I didn't forget about Sable.
Sable back in the days, she made money moves. Like there's like articles of her making like the Attitude Era because of her, and she was the Attitude Era for the women's division for a while before Trish Stratus, before Lita. China was in the men's division. Sable was that, you know what I mean? So, but then again, China was a big ass draw. Woman wrestling men. That was
Man.
that. Hey, that is big, and she won a champ. Ooh,
No, you just say wrestling man. It's just funny.
I'm gonna flip a coin on this one. I have no idea because either one is a really good pick. I was gonna pick Ronda Rousey, but yeah, that got taken. Heads is Sable. No, because she and China is tails. I'm picking.
You froze.
Who do you
Who
say?
got?
China for draw.
That I think that's a better pick than Sable.
Both are good picks in my
I
opinion.
had China for a look. I thought she was going to follow me.
There's a
Okay,
lot
so
of good looks.
So I've got high fly and technical. High flying, I guess I'll just take I guess I'll just take Io Shirai.
Yeah,
Don't seem happy about that, Eric.
that's a good
I don't
pick.
know. It's a good pick. It's just like I think I had the hardest time with this category because
You did?
That's why I wanted to get Lita right off the bat.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, leader.
I wanted, but Lita was like, I just immediately wrote down Lita, and then wrote down Gail Kim, and then I never had a third because I'm like, I'm gonna get one of them.
No Molly Holly.
No,
No Kyrie Sane. No Alexa Bliss.
Alexa, no. She
What?
has one. She has one top rope move, and it's ugly.
And what a. That's not ugly.
I think Twisted Bliss is like the ugliest top rope move I've ever
Oh, I
seen.
love the Twisted Bliss.
I think I disagree, but okay.
But anyway, I got one more pick. I got technical. I was gonna pick Gail Kim for technical. Can't do that anymore. So I just have to go with it. And she is a really good technical wrestler. She deserves a lot more than she gets. So we're just gonna go with the submission magician, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler.
Okay. I thought you. But I was wrong.
What'd you say?
I thought you picked I thought you were gonna pick Mula.
Nah.
No. All right, and I'm left with look. All right,
Me and you
I
both.
have- I can go a number of ways, of course. Through Stratus, not anymore.
Trash taken.
That's what I said. I'm looking at three. I want powerful and beautiful combined. Bianca Belair is pretty up there for me because you can say what you want, but she's a good-looking woman, and she.
That's worth to come on the podcast and be.
Then I don't know about if you know. I think Eric knows them. I don't know about Cody. That's why I'm hesitant. Trinity from TNA. I mean, she had a good look, and she was good looking. So. And then somebody who's just really good looking. She's not weak either. It's Candice Michelle. So.
I would say she's pretty weak, but.
Okay, Cody. I mean, thank you for.
No, weak by like wrestling capability. I'm not saying.
I mean,
like,
that's what I'm
that has
just.
nothing to
giving-
do with this category at all.
I know. Cody doesn't know who Trinity is. That's why I don't want to pick Trinity.
Yeah, and then you're gonna end up like me, who isn't gonna get
Actually,
a point for Manami Toyota.
I have a poster of Trinity on the wall right now.
Really? Show me.
I can't show you that. I would have to flip my computer that way.
You have a post of Trinity. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
From ECW. He's full of
Stop trying to
bullshit.
pandering. Just pick your fucking person.
Fuck. Bianca Belair.
Okay. All right.
I wanted to pick Trinity so bad, honestly.
Well, I know her, so.
You don't.
No, I don't.
That's why I didn't pick her.
So, I was gonna pick China for look, but stolen from me from a flip of a coin. So
Yep.
there's many people I could pick right here. I have God, it's so hard. Like I want to pick this one person, but some people don't like her, but I'm between Rhea Ripley and Beth Phoenix for look. God.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Beth Phoenix.
All right. Not everyone has their stuff
Like
now,
Beth
right?
Phoenix, when I watched,
Yep.
when I first seen Beth Phoenix, I'm like, holy shit, that fucking woman is jacked.
She is jacked.
She sucks in commentary though. She's literally the worst commentator.
She's very bad on commentary.
Let me gather you guys' picks so I can compare.
Oof, mine was 4-3 again.
Oh no. I didn't write your things down, so you guys are gonna have to tell me.
Do you want me to tell you now?
Yeah.
For technical wrestling, I had Charlotte.
Okay.
For high flying, I had Kairi Sane. For Mike, I had Bailey. For look, I had Bianca Belair.
Okay.
For connection, I had Becky Lynch.
Okay.
IQ, I had Gail Kim.
Okay.
And for draw, I had China.
All right, Eric, can you tell me yours?
So for draw, I had Wendy Richter.
Okay.
Connection, I had Trish Stratus.
Okay.
IQ, I had Minami Toyota.
Okay.
Look, Raquel Gonzalez. High
Okay.
fly, Io Shirai. Technical, Shayna Baszler. And then Mike, Stephanie McMahon. I'm surprised none of us took Alexa for Mike.
She's
I
not
was
better
thinking
than
about taking her.
Like,
she's not
I
better
was
than
thinking
Bailey.
I think AJ Lee was better, so that's why I took her.
No.
Yeah, I was
AJ.
thinking when it was my turn, I was thinking between Stephanie McMahon and Alexa Bliss.
Cody, what was your mic again?
AJ.
Oh yeah, AJ. That's a
Dom,
hard.
yours was what was your connection? Your connection, your look.
Becky Lynch was my connection,
Okay.
and look was Bianca Belair.
What'd you have as a China?
Draw.
Oh, okay.
Look. Phoenix. And then I'm so slow on this. From all the people, we picked Raquel. Interesting. Connection.
And Dom, your technical. Who was your technical again?
Charlotte.
And who was yours, Eric?
Mine was Shayna
Yeah.
Baszler.
Confused with the other Shayna. Sorry.
There is a Shayna in AEW, I think.
It's true.
Just didn't want you to think that I might have picked that crap person.
Eric, who's your mic skills?
Stephanie McMahon.
And Dom, there was Bailey, right?
Yeah. Who was
His was Eva Marie.
Wendy. Who was your connection,
Dom picked-
Wendy?
My draw was Wendy Richter. My connection was Trish Stratus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Cody's mic skills was Eva Marie, and technical was Dewdrop.
Who had Cody, you had one right for draw.
Yes.
We picked three really good draws.
Who was your
Yeah.
look again? Sorry, I'm
Mine?
Mine,
both
Which
of
one?
yours. Both of yours.
I had Raquel Gonzalez.
And I had Bianca Belair.
Who that one?
The BE the EST
You
of
were
WWE.
about to say the BET.
I know. The EST of
And your wrestling IQ was each.
Mine was Minami Toyota. Go ahead and just give me the point. Dom
Mine was-
agrees that you should give me the point.
mine was Gail Kim.
Okay. And drawing was
Wendy Richter,
Dom's was.
China.
Okay.
Again, you can go ahead and give me the point for that one too. It's not debatable.
Oh God, mine's 4-3. It's actually 4-3 this time.
Yeah, you said that last time, and I think it was 6-1.
No, there's one that I'm still deciding between who's the better.
Yeah, last time you said 4-3, and then I think you gave it to Dom 6-1 or 5-2. Yeah, so should we go over the votes first? Or should we do a couple honorable mentions?
We can do honorable mentions.
Because this one will be, I think honorable mention will be easier than with the men because there aren't like 50 for each one.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, my skills, we kind of already alluded to it. We made great picks, obviously, but I thought someone was going to take Alexa Bliss. She's babyface and heel. She
question is, what
really
were you
great
gonna
promos.
pick her though? What were you
Huh?
gonna pick? Where would we have should we have picked her though?
That's what I'm saying. We made
some-
great picks, obviously, but I just thought that someone would pick Alexa Bliss for Mike.
But what would we have picked her though? Like the thing about like some of these, and it happened with Undertaker. Like Undertaker, like he's good at a lot of things, but is he like the best of the like the best of all time in one category? That's the problem.
Yeah.
And you can say IQ. And who did I pick for IQ? I picked AJ Styles. I mean Chris Jericho. Maybe Undertaker would have been better looking back, but I still got the point, I think. So
Alexa could have used for high flying too. But Tucker's really
yeah, that's why I said high flying. That's one of the four, and I had Molly Holly as well.
I really wish really wish Casey Canizero was actually like something, because she would definitely been good for high flying, because that bitch was some crazy shit.
Yeah, she would have been a good high flyer too.
And then I think Cody definitely doesn't know who Sexy Star is, but I think Dom, you do, and Sexy Star would have been a great high flying pick.
Sexy Star guy.
She would have been a great high flying pick. And then I think drawing power, I think Fabulous Moolah would have been a great drawing pick.
Yeah, I
and a lot of and then Mildred Burke, who I don't know if either of you know, but she's like she wrestled in the 30s and she was like the original women's superstar.
You know who's
Mildred Burke?
Mike?
Honestly, the only reason I didn't pick Mildred Burke for draw is because I knew neither of you knew who she was, and I was gambling at least one of you knew who Wendy Richter was.
So,
I know who Wendy was.
So underrated Mike, which I considered if all my options were done, was Michelle McCool.
Yes, I had Michelle on my mic, and I had Layla just in case somebody.
I wouldn't pick Layla just because she was the backup for Michelle. So she was
it's a bargain then.
And then
Michelle McCool was up there.
Look is interesting because there are a lot of different types of looks for female wrestlers that people consider great. Obviously there's people will think Alexa Bliss has a great look because people think that she's really, really beautiful. And then, but also people think, Bianca Belair has a great look because she's got a slim waist, but she's really muscular. Raquel Gonzalez and Beth Phoenix, they're good looking women, but they also are really muscular and look like they can kick an ass. But then a lot of people also think, Awesome Kong or Nyla Rose have a great look. They just look like they'll beat the ever living. They just look like monsters, The
way I did it was, if you look at a girl, it's not like, oh, she's so cute. If I'm a girl and look at, oh my god, she can kick my ass.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't know if I can say this here, but you get horny when you get beat. That kind of thing.
Dom, we're canceled. Dom, we're canceled. Great.
Yeah,
okay.
But then, that's why I end up going with Raquel Gonzalez because it's there's also I was thinking of picking China because China looks because China's just fucking yoked. But I did my same thing I did with the male draft. Do you really buy that China can fly? So that's why I was thinking if I pick China for a look,
she did do some high maneuver stuff sometimes.
Yeah, but I was thinking if I picked China for a look, I was gonna have to punt my high flying and just go with Tamina.
Yeah, I get that. Don't treat me like a woman.
Are we ready?
Yeah. I can go first again. So yeah, mine.
Maybe we don't want to talk about the honorable mentions for IQ. I had one or two.
Oh yeah.
I had Oscar for IQ as well.
Okay.
And Mickey James.
Mickey's a good one.
Mickey was good. Mickey was the only one that was she should be on the list somewhere.
Yeah, Mickey James was for me for IQ, but then I was Gail Kim is probably the best out of those. In my opinion.
Yeah.
All right then. I'm ready.
All right, so mine came down to 4-3 again.
Same.
I'm trying to think which category I should save for last. I'll save that for last. So Mike Skills, Mike Skills was really hard to determine, but I did end up giving it to AJ Lee. And then it's obviously debatable. That was a really hard category.
Okay.
For me at least. High flying, pretty easy. Kairi Sane's a great flyer, but Lita's the flyer. So gave that one to Lita. Look, I gave to Beth Phoenix. And then IQ, was Gail Kim. Natalia's not like, she doesn't have a low wrestling IQ, but Gail Kim, that was.
No, I understand.
really
I understand. I just didn't really know
Yeah.
who to pick there.
Yeah. Connection. See, it's funny. It's really funny that Dom picked Becky and Cody picked Britt Baker, because you two have been going back and forth. Cody saying that Becky's more over, and Dom saying Britt's more over. But every time that conversation happens, I say Becky is more over. So I gave this one to Becky, which in this case was Dom. But I'm sure
I would have Becky was higher on my board than.
Yeah. And then draw. So draw, it was actually pretty easy for me because I was thinking about it only in terms of pro wrestling. Ronda's obviously a huge draw in like mixed martial arts, and she was a bit of a draw in professional wrestling in the year she was in WWE.
For wrestling,
but I think she's a much bigger draw in mixed martial arts. And China was a huge draw for years, so that was pretty easy for me to get to China. So it came down to technical.
Oh boy.
And Sasha versus Charlotte.
Oh boy.
Really, really hard. It's, and even, I mean, I have my vote written down, so I'm not changing it, but I am like second guessing myself a bit. But I did end up giving it to Dom.
What the fuck? Bullshit. Dom, you want to go?
Go. I can go. All right. I'll start from the top. So my first is technical wrestling. Shayna against Sasha. I picked Sasha.
Thank you.
You know, I think that's
Io
Shirai against Lita. Lita.
Yep.
AJ Lee against Stephanie McMahon. That one was difficult for me, but I picked reason being AJ. Yeah. This is the reason, and I gave the same reason last time we did it. AJ is a believable face mic worker. Stephanie, not so much.
Because Stephanie's a heel.
So, but then again, you have to do both for me, and it's on the mic, and that's important to me. Because Mike is like character work for me, you know what I mean? And you have to be able to do both for me to get a higher ranking. Then Raquel versus, I picked Raquel because she's taller and better looking, in my opinion. Trish Stratus against Baker. Trish Stratus, this was connection, of course. Trish Stratus carried a woman division with Lita. Baker is trying to carry one, but anyways. Natalia against Toyota. Toyota. I give you that one, Eric. And then we had Wendy against Ronda. And I listened to you guys' argument, especially the one Eric picked, and I disagree with it. I think main.
What do you disagree with?
Listen. Main.
Let the man talk.
What I like to look at is when in terms of draw and like importance. I always like to look at Bleacher Report on Instagram. Listen. Because Bleacher Report is mainly for football fans and basketball fans. And then one of the while, pro wrestling appears, right? And a lot of people are like, oh, people still watch that shit. Oh, people, what the hell? I thought it's fake. And then Ronda Rousey appears, and it's on Sports Center and all of that crap. And yeah, it might be a bigger... Wendy might have put more seats.
Don't even give it to Ronda. You know,
listen.
He already picked it.
But Ronda probably generated more.
No way.
More because people cared more about her in terms of public than Wendy. When you look at drawing money, if you go into the streets and ask who Ronda Rousey is or Wendy,
you're just wrong. You're just wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm picking Ronda. Cody,
you're 100% wrong. This isn't debatable. You are 100% wrong.
Cody, you got it.
Oh my God, that's it. If Cody didn't call you out for never voting for him, you would have voted
I didn't.
for Wendy.
No, that's not true.
That's a joke.
Not true. Because you know why? Because I actually wasn't stuck on that. I was stuck on the Stephanie AJ one.
Which you were also wrong about. That's a joke. That's a joke. And when Cody doesn't give me Wendy Richter, that's going to be a bigger joke. This is ridiculous.
Oh, China?
This is ridiculous.
All right. So, now that we're all calmed down a little,
No, we're not. No, we're not. Now we're just wrong.
Eric is pissed.
Technical
Yeah, 'cause
wrestler.
it's a joke.
It's not a joke. I explained my reasoning, and I did it last week too. The reason that
How can Ronda draw more in 1 year than Wendy did in the entire 80s when wrestling boomed? She was the wrestling boom. She was the wrestling boom.
No one talks about
the boom in women's wrestling.
Women's pro wrestling. Who talks about it? Who talks about it?
You're
Who talks about it?
you're okay.
Who talks
okay,
about it? Who talks about it?
You're just
Who talks
so
about it? Who talks about it? Name me
Dom.
Name me 10 women's wrestlers from the 80s right now.
Dom. Yeah,
Right
okay.
now.
Wendy Richter, Moolah, Mae Young, Bambi, Sweet Georgia
That's a
Brown.
deer.
What?
That's a deer. Bambi's a deer.
And a wrestler. This is
Okay, keep
unbelievable.
going.
Spider, this is unbelievable.
Keep
You're
going.
unbelievably wrong. And the sad thing is you don't even know how wrong you are.
Keep going, because Moolah and all of them, they were still wrestling in the 70s. They weren't like, when you think of Moolah and Mae Young, you don't think of 80s.
Moolah was the champion until the 80s, then she won it back.
But you think of it in the 70s.
And 80s. Oh, Dom.
Mae Young.
Oh, Dom. Oh, Dom. This is sad. This is disappointing. I'm so disappointed.
It's like okay. Let me ask you this.
This is just disappointing.
When you think
this
of
is
John
really
Cena, what era
disappointing.
do you think of? 2010?
Early 2000.
Exactly.
Both.
That's how
Both.
I feel
I think
about
of
Moolah
both.
and Mae Young.
I think of both. I think of
but you have to
2010
pick-
2010s.
If you have to pick one.
Oh,
You don't
I
have
think
to pick one.
2010.
But you don't have to pick one.
Oh my
2010s over early 2000s.
Oh. This
God. I
is
made my decision.
this is the most I've never been so disappointed, Dom.
Look at Eric.
I'm just
How
disappointed.
would he
I'm just
explain my
disappointed.
reasoning?
And your reasoning's ridiculous.
And she probably made more money for WWE than Wendy.
That's
because-
a flat out lie.
How?
Flat out lie. Flat out lie.
I never saw Mandy.
You're not going to remember because you don't know anything about wrestling in the 80s other than Hogan and Andre. But you don't. So you don't know about the Rock and Wrestling connection. Wendy Richter and Cyndi Lauper girls just want to have fun and the comic books and the cartoons.
You don't see little kids who are grown now talking about Wendy Richter on my days. People talk about Ronda Rousey still. And it's not recent.
It's martial arts.
It's not
You haven't missed
recent.
martial arts.
It's because she was on TV more.
Yeah, but
She fought like 3 matches in the WWE.
It was just she was on TV more. That's just how it is. She main evented WrestleMania. How's it not draw?
And Wendy Richter beat Fabulous Moolah to enter 25-year reign.
And nobody cares. Okay, it's cool, but there's a reason she held.
Can I set a precedent from now on? If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't say anything.
Okay. She held it because she wanted.
All right, go ahead, Cody. Go ahead, Cody. Give Dom your vote.
She didn't have to give it up. She wouldn't have never given up. You know that, Eric. You know she had to give it up. Yes, she did. She didn't do it because of a good heart.
Nope. She had a stranglehold on the thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she held it long. She didn't hold it.
Yeah, why do you force somebody that doesn't want to take lose a title to lose a title to somebody?
Fabulous Moolah didn't hold the championship because she was a draw. Because she owned the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, but why do you force somebody? Why do you force somebody that doesn't want to change hands on a title to change hands? Because you're giving it to somebody who draws a ton of money.
Other than that, what else did
Ronda Rousey?
The Rock and Wrestling Summer Connection with Cyndi Lauper girls just want to have fun. The cartoons, the comic books.
Okay,
look it up.
I know that one. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but this is not like, hey, who do you think the bigger draw was? This is just opinion. It's not like.
But it's not opinion. This is fact.
But we weren't alive in the 80s, so we don't know. We don't know what. We just know now.
I do, because I
do.
You
weren't alive in the 80s either.
Then how do we know that Hulk Hogan and Andre drew so much? Because you hear about them.
TV all the time. They're still.
Yeah, you hear about Wendy Richter. Well, you guys don't, because you guys only watch modern WWE.
Okay.
All I'm saying, look, all I'm saying is you're wrong, and I know you're wrong. And the sad thing is, you don't know you're wrong.
Everyone Sports Center.
Was Ronda on Sports Center because of WWE?
Yes.
Or because she was or is it because she
doesn't
was a big
matter how she
martial
was.
arts star
Doesn't
that went
matter.
to
She
WWE?
still was. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so it's Tyson. So who was a bigger draw? So who was a bigger draw for WWE then? Wendy Richter or Tyson Fury? Because they were on Sports Center when Tyson Fury fought Braun Strowman in Saudi Arabia last year. Dom, that's your exact logic. Don't you dare roll your
Ronda
eyes. That's your
Rousey's
exact logic.
No,
Ronda
you can't. You
Rousey was a bigger
you're not
deal.
comparing Tyson Fury and
Ronda
Ronda
Rousey was
Rousey
the
in terms of
bigger-
WWE. You can't do that. No.
Ronda Rousey was the most famous person in mixed martial arts when she went to WWE.
There's
No,
a big difference.
Yeah, so
Eric,
she was
don't
she
even
was
do
drama.
that.
She drew for mixed martial arts.
Okay, she still drew.
Okay,
Yeah, but
fine.
she
Fine. My new
China
draw.
drew because Sable
Okay,
drew
fine.
because
My
she
new
was a
my
big.
new draw is my new draw for the male perfect wrestler is Leonardo DiCaprio because
Oh
he
my
sold more movie
God.
tickets than anyone's ever sold wrestling tickets.
That's not.
That's not what we're talking about. Like people watch WrestleMania because Ronda Rousey was on the card.
Yes,
No, he didn't.
Eric. Let me ask you 100%. Do you think Becky Lynch would have main evented if it wasn't for Wanda?
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that
I
one.
don't know about that either.
I don't know about that one.
Probably.
I don't know about that one.
What?
I
Because
don't
then
know
it's
about
still
that one.
Becky.
There's a
Then it's still
reason.
Becky versus.
There's a
Then it's still
reason to
Becky
put
versus
Wanda in
Charlotte.
there. There's a reason
It's still
to put
Becky
Wanda
versus
in there.
Charlotte. It's still Becky versus Charlotte in a time where they were looking for any.
After.
But
It
what
was,
if
it was
had
still
main
Becky.
evented
It was
it,
still
though?
But hold on, let me finish. It was still would have been Becky versus Charlotte in a time where they were looking for any excuse to put the women in the main event to WrestleMania because Sasha fans have been crying about it for so long.
I don't know about that one.
As they should.
I do. Look, okay, fine. Cody, go ahead and give China the draw because you also don't know anything.
Oh, so you were just gonna get disrespectful now because I don't know who Wendy Richter is. So now that
Is
it's my time.
one who put the WWF Women's Championship in the trash can in
What?
Nitro?
What?
Is she the trash bin girl in from Nitro?
No, that's Alundra Blaze, isn't it?
Oh, never
I don't
mind.
think that was the WWF Championship. Wasn't that her women's title?
It was some woman's title. See, I thought that was Wendy Richter. Look at me. I gave her even too much credit.
Eric is so mad right now.
He is so fucking funny.
Just disappointed. I've never been so disappointed.
I mean,
I get punished because I know way more.
That's why I couldn't pick Trinity. I told you that. I would have picked Trinity, but Cody doesn't know about Trinity, so he would have never picked Trinity.
So my technical
This is how it
wrestler
is.
between Shayna and Charlotte, I picked Charlotte. I have High Flyer. Was it Io and Kyrie?
Yeah.
I picked Io. Mike Skills. You had Stephanie McMahon. Dom, you had
Bailey.
I picked Stephanie McMahon. I just hate Stephanie McMahon so much more for her heel work, and it's just like
Okay.
I think Bailey has improved over the years, but I think she's just gotten really good on the mic. I don't.
Okay, fair enough.
Look, I have. Wait, who are your two guys? I put the winner, but I need to know who your two people are.
It's Dom had Bianca, I had Raquel.
I had Raquel Gonzalez.
Uh-huh.
So connection, it was Becky Lynch and Trish. I love Trish so much, but I had to pick Becky Lynch just because Becky is just ridiculously ridiculous.
Agree.
Wrestling IQ. You guys had.
I had the best wrestler of all time.
Right?
I had the best women's wrestler of all time.
You had Gail Kim. Who'd you have? Who's the best women's wrestler?
Manami
Toyota.
Toyota.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, so I put Gail Kim.
That's
See,
Dom
Eric,
knows
you
it's a
gotta,
joke.
See,
I
Eric, you
literally have
have to
no
think-
idea who it is.
Eric,
I'm
you
just
have to
picking the
think-
I'm not picking. I'm just picking the
I
greatest.
know
in any
you. I
category.
get that. But you
Yeah,
have
but
to-
like I have no idea who that is. So I
that's
don't-
how. But if it was like fans, we're voting. You have to know who the person. Cody doesn't know who it is. There's no point in picking them. That's why I didn't pick Trinity.
Ugh.
Because Trinity is beautiful and strong.
And
Okay, so that
drawing-
should be 4 points for me. So I should already have your vote.
And drawing is what? The Wendy Richter girl versus
China,
This is
China?
disgusting.
eighth
I-
wonder of the world.
I picked China, obviously.
That's disgusting. Okay, so I won 5-2. That's
5-2.
absolutely disgusting. Because I should have gotten Manami and Wendy Richter.
I mean, I just don't like. So like, people say, "Oh, this is the best women's wrestler in the world," but like, I can't just say, "Oh, Eric said it's the best women's wrestler in the world." So I picked
Look it up.
So Google says he's the best.
Did you not do any research for this? How do you not see Manami Toyota anywhere?
Eric, I did, and I looked up.
But like if I Google who's the best women's wrestler in the world, it says her name. Like I'm just supposed to be like, oh yeah, that's the best. That's just like so that's pandering. Like, oh, she's on Google #1 list, so I have to pick her. That doesn't make
There's a
sense.
reason she's at the top of the list, though. Oh God.
Just
Like,
because he's the best.
Like if I search Google who's the best women's wrestler in the world right now, most of the things will say Charlotte Flair. I don't
They're
believe
wrong.
Charlotte Flair's the best. No.
They're wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so,
It's Bailey,
so
what
Dom
you
said
tell me.
Dom said he likes going to Bleacher Report, right?
No, no.
Someone pull up-
Listen, Eric, you didn't even let me finish. I looked up a list and it had her on top. I'm not disagreeing with that. And I gave you the point for it. So you're not arguing with me about it. Argue with Cody about it.
I am. Yeah, there she is, #1.
I
And
agree.
let me read.
I
Moolah and
said-
Trish Stratus may be more well known, but Minami Toyota is the most talented female wrestler. Period. She's compiled an astounding what the fuck is this? I think I cut out, but she's compiled an astounding 10 5-star matches during her career. Her athleticism alone is enough to rank her among the all-time greats. She keeps from the mat and top rope like a cat and glides gracefully as Jimmy Snuka. Toyota's a
I
powder
agree.
keg of raw motion. Her entrances an audience with intensity. And for having such a thin frame, she has surprising strength. She's often wrestled much larger women. Her wrestling should be studied by every aspiring female wrestler.
I agree. You're not the one arguing with me, Eric.
I'm just reading the first thing that I saw
arguing.
about Minami Toyota.
I'm sure
I'm not
she's
even arguing. I'm just proving why I am right.
I'm sure she's good, but the only Toyota I know is the car in my
In the
driveway.
car.
All right, so
I have an idea for next
the
week.
results of this are inconclusive because
I
people
won.
don't know anything about women's wrestling
I won.
before 2010.
Eric just did the same. Eric just did the same mistake he did last week. He picked people.
It's not a mistake.
It is a
not a
mistake
mistake.
because the mission is for the other two people, or the other person to pick you. They need to know who it is. You know.
No, the mission was perfect female wrestlers, so you pick the best in every category.
But the person needs to pick it, and if the person doesn't know, then there's no point. Eric, I'm just trying to help you out.
This is I've never been so disappointed.
Eric, you just no.
I've never been so disappointed.
I'll set up my VCR tonight and watch the Toyota.
He's gonna go to his local tape shop.
All right, so when it comes to putting that on my records, I'm not putting that on my records because that's a joke.
Eric. Do what you like.
So yeah, I will because that's so dumb. Oh,
Do what you
God.
like. Just
This
like
has
how I thought my fantasy booking was the best. No one agreed. Now you know how I feel.
It was objectively terrible.
And I yeah. Okay.
Well, that was another exciting episode.
I'm sorry that our credibility just got so shot.
It's not. What's my credibility shot? What did I do?
I mean, anybody watching is probably like not born before the 80s, so they probably.
I wasn't born before the 80s. I was born in '94.
I mean, that's close enough to 80s. Well, that was an exciting episode of WrestlePoint. Congratulations, Dom, for winning.
Thank you.
I won.
We will be back on, I think, Friday. Do a little SmackDown. Maybe I want to really do a WrestleMania early prediction card, so maybe we can get that going.
I really
Why,
do
Dom?
not.
Why, Dom?
It's too early.
That's why it's called an early prediction card.
I rather do like after TLC.
I mean,
Eric, if it makes you feel better, I think Freddie Blasey is
doesn't.
the biggest. It's the biggest.
It doesn't.
Freddie
It doesn't.
Blasey is the biggest
doesn't.
draw of all time. If you know who that
doesn't.
is.
well, we'll see you
doesn't.
Friday for another episode. Everybody have a great night. I hope you enjoyed.
I think Jim John.